Hello, 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 people joining. Hi, I just thought I would do a quick impromptu session here on Etherscan. So I'll wait for a few more people to hop in here. Um, and then, hey, Mark, how's it going? Hey, how's of NFT crypto? Um, yeah, so I wanted to do a quick session here and show you something really cool that we enabled today. So we'll wait for a couple minutes and maybe a few more people will hop in and I can go through that. So actually I was just working on making the UI for the Dream Forever project, and then I thought, well, let me do something interesting here, and so I enabled a cool feature, and I want to share it with people. So we'll get there. Looks like there's about 7 people on the stream right now. We'll give it a few more seconds and have maybe a few more people hop on. Hello, dreamers. Hello, Rangarajan. How are you? Um, okay, so I'm gonna keep working here for just a couple minutes, and then we will. I'll get going and show you what I have in mind here. So what I'm really working on is this app, and I guess I can start talking about it while we wait and get going. So I'll tell you what my thinking is around this UI right now. So the way I'm imagining it is that um, when you first come, when you enter the area where you have to select your cells, because it's 100 by 100, that's too dense, right? That's 10,000 sort of squares there, and that's a whole lot. So we don't want that, right? That's too much information density. So the UI I've come up here is essentially breaking up the canvas into regions. So it's 5 rows by 5 columns, and I'm calling these a region, each one representing um, a 20 by 20 region. So that's more manageable, right? So that's what 400, 20 by 20, yeah, 400 instead of 10,000. So the way this would work is you would select a region, and then it would take you into that region, and within that region, then you've got all these cells. So this would be 20 by 20, and then you would go ahead and choose your cells. And I'm going to get to the Etherscan trick in just a second. This is relevant. So the Etherscan thing happened because what we want people to do is to take, if they are holding multiple passes, we want them to be able to select a region. So currently the limit is 5. So you can choose individually, like you could click around and choose whichever ones you wanted, or you could choose them in a set of, say, like 2 or 4 or 3 or something like that. But what would be really cool is if we, because it's an odd number right now, it if you have 5 or whatever, it's not very interesting. So what we wanted to do is enable this scenario here, which is basically 9, right? So if you wanted to select a square on there that was composed of 9 cells, then you could make your artwork in such a way that the artwork, when positioned, like you can think of these directionally, right? So northeast, uh, northwest, north, northeast, uh, west, center, east, and so on and so forth. So you could do your artwork and then go and upload it in that way, so that when it's composed on there, so it would look like one giant artwork. And you could do the same thing for your picture. But currently, our UI limits you to 5. And so this is where I want to talk a little bit about Etherscan. So Etherscan is the source of truth. So pretty much every blockchain has now by convention a scan, sort of an explorer. And what it does is it kind of shows you it's the source of truth. It shows you everything that's happening with the blockchain at any given time. So in real time, you can see every transaction that's happening, and more importantly, you can, for any address, you can see every transaction that's happened, and you can see, what assets they own. So you can see what ERC20 tokens this one has, for example. They don't have any, but you can see how much gas they have spent. So you can explore any address, any contract, and know a lot of details about it. You can also do it from a token perspective, right? So if you want to view the top ERC 1155 tokens, for example, you can see which ones have had, like, most websites, right, are just, in fact, let me just do this for you. Let's do this. I like drawing pictures, right? So if you think about it, right? I'm gonna go actually. I don't want to go with text. I want to go with a box here. So give me a second. All right. So let's say that this is our blockchain. Okay. Let's go ahead and center that. All right. So now, atop blockchain resides our smart contract. So I said top, but I'm going right to left here. So you just have to. So you have a smart contract, right? So the smart contract could be anything. It could be a smart contract for NFTs. It could be smart contract for an ERC20 token, and so on and so forth. Now, what you mostly encounter as you are working with decentralized apps, dApps, is you're going to have a centralized, mostly centralized sort of Web 2 application. So this is your Web 2.0, um, well, let's call it a Web 2.5, well, 2.5 app. So this actually sits on a centralized sort of server platform, like I don't know, Vercel or something like that. And it uses a database, maybe like Postgres, like MongoDB or something like that. And it has an API, JavaScript, etc. And this app interacts with the smart contract, with the blockchain. It does most of its interactions, and that's how you, like, for example, if there's a PFP drop, or let's see, OpenSea or Foundation or some PFP drop website. Okay? That's what this is, right? And you go here, and there's usually a button, and you connect your wallet, and that's how you interact with it. But here's the thing that you're missing out on. I'm going to make these boxes a little smaller. When you interact with the smart contract that way, you're getting a fairly filtered experience. You're at the mercy of this dApp to provide whatever experience you want to. So, for example, if OpenSea, because it's their application, right? I'm going to make a little arrow here. It's their application, and they decide, okay, we're going to go ahead and block all artists from Iran, right? They can do that. They can do that because it's their app here. But that hasn't changed what data is on the blockchain. So the for example, if there's a particular smart contract here, let's say it's even the OpenSea, some ERC, let's say 721 smart contract with some tokens in it. So you might have been blocked from here because OpenSea or Foundation or whoever decided to block you. But what they cannot do is block this. This is impossible for them to block. And so what can you do if you want to, for example, recover or restore or even look at the current health of what is going on? Not the health, rather, I should say the current data of what's going on. Well, what you do is you use Etherscan. So a site like Etherscan is the source of truth for any blockchain. And what you do is you bypass all these Web 2.0, 2.5, um, etc. websites that are opinionated. They are run by someone. You don't have to care about someone's opinion or someone's block, etc. Like right now, when people say, "Oh, OpenSea blocked me" or whatever, all they did was prevent you from logging into their site, into their database. OpenSea Foundation has no ability to screw with anything on the blockchain unless you sign a transaction for it, right? So with Etherscan, you can go look at the current state of the blockchain. You can explore your tokens and all of that kind of stuff directly. In fact, the number one thing you could do to ensure your security in the whole Web3 area is to regularly check your account using Etherscan. You must do this because what you can do then, what you know then, is exactly what is happening with your account at the blockchain level, right? So let's see. Let me go copy my address here. Let's see. Do I have one? Here we go. I'll go to this one and copy my address, and I'll go here, and there we go. So now this is my account. I can see every transaction that has ever happened in my account. And clearly I'm going a bit crazy here buying stuff, but you can see what tokens I hold. You can see what NFTs I hold, what purchases I made, what sales I made, everything. And so it's good for you to do this. Why? Because you can see if there's some weird transaction here or something like that. And you'll know if maybe you have leaked your private key and someone else has done some, because there's a good chance that if your private key has been leaked and you haven't looked at your wallet or something like that, it might have been drained and you won't even know about it. But it's also good because you can trace any kind of transaction back. If someone says, "Oh, that did not happen," this is the source of truth. This does not lie, because this is corroborated by everybody, and everyone knows that this is not tampered with. It's essentially community driven, right? And anyone can run their own version of this. They can get the software and run their own thing, because all it's doing is looking at the blockchain, and it's not being opinionated. It's showing you the raw data organized in a nice way. Now, what can you do with this? Well, one of the cool things you can do is query all kinds of things. You can look at statistics, etc. So you can look at, for example, who's sending the most money, who's receiving the most money, what tokens are popular, etc. But that might not interest you a whole lot. But I can tell you something else that might be interesting to you is if you know the address of any contract. For example, your OpenSea or Foundation account has a contract associated with it. You can go look at it. You can go look at that contract directly, and you can see all the transactions that have happened on that contract, on your contract specifically, which is useful information because you can see exactly what's happening behind the scenes, and that makes you a little more educated. Now, in this case, what you're seeing here is the Nifty Dreams DAO token contract. So this is the contract associated with this. So in my picture, this website is this box right here. I'm going to color it. Let's color it green. All right. So this green box is this website. It's giving you an opinionated look at the contract. It has the term, the quantity, the mint pass, and all that kind of stuff. But what exactly is this website doing? Well, I said earlier that it essentially connects, with that contract. So what can you do? Well, anything this website can do, you can do directly. You can bypass this website directly. So you can go here to the contract, and you can to Etherscan rather. You can go to the contract, and you will see that you have the source code for the contract if you're interested in it. But more importantly, you can read and write directly from the contract. So for example, if I want to look at the current price, there's the current price, 0.015. This is expressed in Wei, which is the smallest unit of Ether. You can look at, what is the total supply? Well, there's 10,000. So you can get answers to questions directly. So this is the contract data, whatever is written. So you can read the contract, but what's more fun is you can write to the contract, right? Now, it's likely that you can't do a lot of these things because you're not the owner of the contract, but there are some things you can do here. So these are all the functions that are built into the contract, and you can see exactly what's available. And you would, for example, use read data to read a particular value. So for example, let's go and look at, there's one in particular that I was looking for. What is it? Where is it? There we go. Max per wallet. So see, it says 9. Whoa, that's different from here. What you can do here is do 5 max. How did that happen? Well, in a lot of sort of crypto projects, people watch the contract like a hawk because they can see if any change has happened. So if you were watching our contract very carefully today, you would have seen that 7 hours and 56 minutes ago, there was a call made to set wallet limit. And you can see this transaction, and in it you can see that the data changed, and it set the wallet limit to 9. So the previous wallet limit was 5, and now the wallet limit has increased to 9. What does that mean? You can, for your account, mint 9 Dreamer Mint passes. Now, can you do that from here? Nope, because this UI is still limited to 5. And this is why I'm showing you this is one opinionated view of the contract. And this is a very clear example of it. This opinion here says you can only mint 5. But in reality, as I just proved to you here, that the contract says that you can mint 9. Can we in fact do that? Well, let's find out. Okay, there's an easy way to test it out. What I can do is I can connect with my wallet, which I'm already there, and I can try and mint. So if I try and mint 5, I'll do a mint here, and it says mint limit exceeded. You're eligible to mint 4 more passes, right? So this is not letting me mint because it's only, I have a limit of 4. I already purchased 4, and it's got a limit of 5. So it's not letting me do that. But if I go here to the contract and do a write contract, and if I go to mint public, that's the function, mint public, I can compute the amount of ether I need to send. I can select the term I want, and I can select the amount of mint passes that I want. So let's do that, right? So that's 0.015. And to prove that this actually works, I'm going to mint 6. So that's multiplied by 6. That's 0.09. All right. So that's the payable amount I have to send. I'm probably going to blow this up because I think I have to send that amount in way, but maybe I won't blow it up. The term is 1 year, and I want to mint 6 of them, right? So let's see if this works. If I hit write, what happens? Well, it says please connect to your Web3 provider. Why? Well, up here is the button that says connect to Web3. So I'm not connected yet. I need to do that. And it's going to give me a warning saying don't do that if you don't know what you're doing. I'll say, okay, I don't really care, blah, blah, blah. And I'm connected. Okay. But, unfortunately, I'm connected to the wrong account. I'm going to connect to this one instead. And let's go back and disconnect. How do I disconnect this? Let's see. Oh, I think I have to do it from here. Let's see. That one's connected. It says it's connected. Is it connected? There we go. I'll connect. MetaMask. Okay, now it's connected to the right address. And mint public, I got to go put this one in again. So that's my value, 1. And I want to mint 6 of them. And let's hope this works. Okay, So it says we were unable to estimate gas. That means I have made an error there. But I gotta figure out how to do this right. I should have figured that out before I hopped on here. But I believe it's complaining because I got the ether value incorrect. I need to put it in way, and currently it is in ETH. So let me see. Let's convert ether to way. So do that. All right. So I want ether 0.09, and it gives me that. Bam. Let's go back. Now try this. Will this work? We were not able to estimate gas. So I'm still doing something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out. All right. The term is right. Someone can tell me what I'm doing wrong in the comments. That's fine. Um, I'll figure this out. So Mint Public, the ether value is 9, the term is 1, and the amount is 6. That should work. You know what? Let's do another test first. Let's do this. Let's find out. Like now, what I'm doing is I'm in diagnostic mode. I'm gonna figure out whether it's my value here that's wrong or if it's something else. So I know that this should work, right? 0.015, right? That doesn't work also. So maybe I have in fact exceeded my count. Nope. We were not able to estimate gas. I don't want to pay $541 for this transaction. So let's figure out what I'm doing wrong. So this is supposed to work. I tried it earlier today and it worked just fine. In fact, I do Mint Reserve all the time and it works. So 0.015, that is incorrect value here. I'll need to troubleshoot this. I wonder what's going on here. Oh, okay. I don't want that. All right. So my goal here for this video was to show you that we have increased the value to 9. Of course, if I'm unsuccessful in minting from here, that will kind of suck and defeats the whole purpose of this. Nick, you haven't disconnected your previous account. No, I did. I disconnected. This is it. Do you already have more than 3 passes on this wallet? Ooh, you know what? That's a good question. Let's find out because, but I'm trying to mint 1 at this point. So it should work. Eddie Lee says it's blocking you because it's over five, but that's the whole point of this, Eddie. I've increased the number to 9, so you can go mint 9 now, and that's what I wanted to do. So let's see. What is the problem here? User denied. Why is this not letting me do this transaction? Oh, here we go. That was just a MetaMask problem. See, MetaMask drives me nuts. So this is I knew I was right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it now. To 6 again, 0.09, and we want to mint 6 of them, and do that. Boom. See, that is working. So I was doing nothing wrong. It was just MetaMask that was screwed up. And oh, still got a problem. We were not. You have one. There might be an error in this. No, I do not want to pay $691. All right. So we still have the problem. I need to figure out why. Why is it not letting me do that? Okay, I'm going to go back to my test of 1, 0.0, 0.015, 1, right? And confirm. Okay, it did 1. So let's go and see what we got going. How many do I have? So on this one, for this, there's my ERC Nifty Dreamers one, and it says, oh, I already had 5. Oh, look at that. This in fact proves that my change has worked. Look, I have 6 tokens now, and I did it through there. So that's why it was not letting me mint 6, because I already had 5. So duh, I should have thought about that. So I have now minted 6, so I can do 3 more. So let's do that. Let's prove that this is in fact 0.015 multiplied by 3 is 0.045. So we go 3, right? Confirm. All right. And we lock and load, refresh here. It'll show up here in a bit. There we go. How many do we have? Mint public 1, 21 seconds ago. And how many is that? Did I not change the term on that? Oh, transaction was reverted. Why? Okay, so this means that it didn't like what I did, and it reverted the transaction. But my other transaction did go through. But regardless of how successful or unsuccessful I am, the thing is, oh, I approved twice, is what Pratik is saying. Quite possibly, yeah. If I approve that one twice, now there is only 2 left, so the 3 one is gonna fail. So let's do that. I'm not being very careful here, folks, and so that's part of the problem. Okay, so I have a balance of 2 available. This should work, and this will give me my maximum of 9. And Pratik is right. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that was the problem. I hit the confirm on that one twice. So now it should load up here in just a second. It'll be in pending at the moment. And we should have another transaction show up momentarily for 2 more. Come on. Let's go. It'll show. It'll show. I have faith. There we go. And that, folks, is how you can use Etherscan to do stupid contract tricks. Now, really, it is the way you do it. In fact, hot tip, if there's a major PFP drop or something like that, don't go to the website. Go to their contract. Just do things directly. And that is the way you can bypass any filters and things like that. Of course, any rules built into the contract you have to adhere to, but this is how you can mint things directly by interacting with the contract. So this makes it possible for you to mint up to 9 directly, and using the right contract, and that feature is now available. And so that in the future, in the very near future, you will be potentially, if you want to, be able to go and do something like this where you mint 9 there. But I know people want to give one away also. So let's do this. We'll make it so you can keep 9 and give 1 away. So to do that, what I have to do is I have to go and change the set wallet limit. So the limit is currently 9, and I would need to change that to 10. So let's see if anyone in the comments here feels like I should increase that number to 10. So we'll take a quick poll and see if people respond yes to the 10, then maybe we can change it to 10. Eddie Lee says, what now? Eddie, I'm glad it's not over 10 available. Nick will have his shoes off like me, counting fingers and toes. That's funny. And Bipradev says increase. Does anyone else? Yep, let's do it. All right, let's do it. I got 2 people saying let's do it. So let's do it. So let's go here and do 10. Are you about to do this? Yes. All right. Oh, wait, I'm still signed in with the wrong account. Whoopsie. Connect. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, connected. And guys, check my cool Ethereum vanity address. See that? It says DAO. That's the DAO multi-sig account. It is a vanity Ethereum address. Set wallet limit to 10. Hit right, confirm, and we'll give it a minute. And 10 is a good number. So, yep, 10 is a good number. And gift and mint again will not work, sir. Pratik says gift and mint again because, and I know Pratik writes contract code. So let's go look at the code. Uh, the code is how many wallets you created to get this DAO on the address? One, only one. So let me show you the trick to doing that. But before I do that, let me go to the code. And what we are doing is we are tracking how many you've minted right here. So that limit is enforced by your address. So if you get rid of a few, it will not mean that you have the that many available. All right, now about Ethereum vanity addresses. Just Google Ethereum vanity, and do not run this. Do not run this on the website. Go and download this. Go and download this to your local computer before you do this. But let's say that you want a prefix of 0x. Let's say you want a prefix of ABC, right? Let's select 15 threads or whatever and hit generate. And that's going to be super fast. 2 seconds. There we go. We have an ABC address. So if your name is Bob, you could do B0B and run that. And there you go. There's an Ethereum address with B0B. So you can create vanity addresses that spell ridiculous things. So, for example, if you wanted your address to say boob, you could do that. And in 22 seconds, you'll have an address that begins with boob. But do this locally because you do not want that private key to be on someone's server, okay? So you do this locally, but it's fun to have a vanity address. And then, of course, once you have the private key of that, you go into MetaMask or whatever and use import, and you can import your that private key in. So, but there's an address. So if you like DAOs, DA0, boom. So the more characters you put in here, the longer it's going to take you because it's harder and harder to create random numbers that result in that. So for example, if I want an Ethereum address that it's A, B, C, D, E, of course, it's hexadecimal. So it's 0 through 9 and A through F. But you can see here that there went to 1 day and 16 hours. Now, of course, I can increase the number of threads and reduce that time a little bit. But if I want, the more specific I make it, the more. That's going to take 3 weeks. So 7 characters, it's going to take 3 weeks to hit that number. So Pratik asks, so I can have as many as I want, mint 10 and gift 10 to another wallet, transfer from multiple account to one single account. Yes, you can do that. That is fine because we are just counting the minting here. But yeah, you can do all those consolidation games. Like we fully expect that, if people want to do that, they can do that. But we're just talking about the actual mint from a single wallet. I know it's not a huge deterrent for people who know what they're doing. But yeah, so this was my little video on silly Etherscan tricks. And yeah, so based upon that, there we go. Someone else just oh no, that was me setting the wallet limit. I don't recognize my own transaction, and so that one failed there because I put the wrong number. But you can see all the, what's exactly happening there, and then you can also see who the top holders are. So now there's 1068 holders of the token, and yeah, I don't think these are ordered in any way, but for the most part, let's see who is 08. They hold 2.149% of the tokens. Yeah, but for the most part, people have threes and twos, and then just a bunch of ones. So I'm surprised that it's not showing my address with a 9 at this point, which is weird. I would expect Etherscan to show that. Will it show that? No, it doesn't. It just shows 3, which is interesting. Very interesting. I wonder why. Someone will have to tell me about that. Not sure. But it should have showed my address here. I don't know. Maybe Etherscan. Hmm. I'm at a loss. I don't know why it would not show my account. Uh, oh, it's based on ID. I see. Okay, GRR. Thank you for that information. It's based on the token ID. So the maximum I have of a token ID. Okay, that makes sense. All right, folks. So that was it. I just wanted to kind of just jump in here and show you that. And yeah, so that was some Monday evening fun. See you some other time. Bye bye.